Hey everyone. Okay, I'm going to make this video as quick as possible, but also cover as much important information as possible. This is going to involve the council members voicing their concerns, and I'm quoting the TH article, sorta, over comments by the mayor's wife. First of all, we all know the general story, and that is, just to summarize for those who don't know, mayor's wife had information she shouldn't. That was known only to the council. Used that information to give a veiled threat or intimidation to another council member to have them vote allegedly in the way that she would prefer and take sides. Okay, that's one thing. And then there's the generalizing statement about all Hispanics that she made as well. So it's that kind of like a two-parter issue. That second bit was actually what was raised by Del Toro. The first bit I mentioned was raised by Rios. So initially, she had denied it, saying categorically untrue and stuff like that. That Facebook post is either private now or no longer exists. I'm trying to look at it through the TH website, and it says it may have been removed or privacy settings of the post have changed. Don't blame her. Oh, sorry, I yawned. There were other council members who weighed in. They didn't say much of anything, though. Rick Jones essentially defended the mayor's wife, is what it rolls down to. His post, to me, comes off is very... Here, let's adjust this, actually. His post comes off to me as a little fakeish, because he starts off disappointed we're having an ugly fight on Facebook, whatever it's about. You know, I think he knew what this is about. Not going to go into that too much, though. And then Connors makes a general neutral statement that this is going to be a very detracting issue for the business of the city council. That's a fair point, but also I would counter with this still needs to be brought up. That's rather serious for the mayor's wife to have that information, use it that way, and then you also use it to generalize an entire ethnicity. So what we have also, unfortunately, is the people coming out making very poor posts defending Deb Buell. Their arguments are two things. One, this shouldn't be on Facebook. That's not really a defense of Deb Buell. It's trying to discredit the fact and the way that this was brought before the public. I'm going to get to that in a second. And the second point is that there's apparently an email hours before Del Toro posted from Deb Buell trying to talk it out. I'm sorry, that's kind of too little too late. I know you're just trying to save face sort of thing. That's very insincere. You know, that post or that email would have been very much appreciated by him long ago. So, too bad. That argument doesn't work either. And the whole social media one, some people may be inclined to say, yeah, that really shouldn't be. Think about it like this. When Lewis and Rios made their posts, they were extremely long posts, and they wanted to make sure all the facts were out there. There's no way the TH would have printed their entire statements, and when the TH made an article on it, they proved it. Now, I don't blame the TH for this. They have other things to do. They do have the entire Facebook post, though, in the article so you can read it. So it's actually good that they made this post so that could be done. So those who actually say they shouldn't have done this, actually they should have. And it's good that they did, because now the TH can summarize it within their article, but also link the full thing for the readers. So good on you, TH. Instead of just like partially quoting something that there's no way you'd be able to fit into your entire article, adding the Facebook post there helps immensely. So I'm actually going to give the TH credit on this. Ed Rios' post was over 2,600 words. I'm sorry, the TH ain't ever printing something that long. And justly so. But it is a very thorough line of events leading up to what has happened. And there's actually a rather interesting comment on this I would like to bring up if I can find it. Thought I had it pulled up here. While I'm looking for that, it's gone, actually. Huh. So hopefully this puts the whole you shouldn't have used social media thing to rest. They had tried to contact and do this the right way. Okay? And furthermore, when it got to this point, the only way to accurately get all the information out there was to use the social media platform and then contact the media, which they did. Good job, Rios and Del Toro. You did it right. It's kind of funny. The only time she attempted to contact them was when she was about to have her hand slapped. You can't really defend that because it's very insincere. It's not honest. It's kind of ridiculous. Now, you have these people going around defending Deb Buell, who I can understand, and then you have some people who are going around like it's their job to. And they have very robotic arguments, and their arguments are the same. It's kind of funny, actually, if it wasn't so sad. And they're just regurgitating this argument that you shouldn't have used Facebook, and, oh, you're a liar. There was an email. You know, it was after all that other stuff was said, but there was an email. You're a liar. I'm sorry. After the racial comment and threats of intimidation and stuff like that, there's no talking that out anymore. She needed to be revealed for what she was, and she was. It's just a lot of people are sore about that because they had been very connected with the mayor's wife, either through friendship or political means, and now that has come crumbling down politically, like destroyed. So there are people who are desperately trying to defend her, and there's no real way to do it because I've already destroyed their two main arguments. I'm kind of curious what they'd latch onto, but you can tell Deb Buell's very insincere about this entire thing because when that TH article got posted, as I may have already mentioned, she had a quote from Facebook calling it untrue. She called it untrue in the TH article, if I remember correctly, and took down her Facebook post, and now it's called a misunderstanding. If I threatened and intimidated someone or implied it and then made racial slurs, I don't see how that's a misunderstanding. I don't see how me receiving information I shouldn't is a misunderstanding. That's a stupid argument. I'm just going to call it what it is. A stupid argument, a stupid defense. Politicians always do this. It's not true is stage one. It's a misunderstanding is stage two. Should be interesting to see how stage 3 has evolved over the years. I think we're about to see that. The interesting thing is how this will affect the council, because that is an interesting perspective of this. It's going to be a tense next council meeting. I have a feeling there's going to be some awkwardness, and I hope the mayor does not take his personal dislike of the situation into that meeting. That'll be a not so great day. But good job, Luis Del Toro and Jake Rios. You did the right things, and I hope you continue to. Should be interesting to see if even more stuff comes out, though that's really unnecessary. This should be enough to really settle it, especially the manner it was handled by the Buells shows a lot of insincerity and lying, in my opinion. The fact that they had to change their excuse from it's untrue to it's a misunderstanding proves that you can't really trust what they're saying. And maybe I actually, you know what, interesting thought, it's just the people defending her saying it's a misunderstanding. I don't know where she said that. It may have been one of her Facebook posts since they're friends with her, and that's where it's coming from. I'm assuming that's her official stance now. So for clarification, I actually don't know if she has said that. Now that I think about it, I assumed she had, but to be fair, maybe she hasn't actually and she's still outright denying everything. That would be rather interesting, actually. Oh, one more thing I would like to bring up. The fact that the mayor said this is just a political maneuver, and some people are parroting that. That is stupid. They have proof for their claims, okay? So every argument I've seen the other side, quote-unquote, take has been nothing but distraction arguments. They have never questioned the validity of the accusations. Not even once have I seen a clear post that is argued against the accusations. It's pretty clear to me that the accusations must be right on, especially since they're such direct quotes. For them to be not argued against is rather telling. Anyways, this is over 11 minutes now, so I'm ending this. I'm actually going to have potentially a rather interesting video coming up, among many things. I've noticed something rather interesting about the crime rate that I actually missed for years looking at the statistics, but they're actually rather old statistics. I cannot English today, I apologize. I'm still looking into that because it's extremely odd and statistically doesn't seem plausible. Should be an interesting video when I make it, because I actually don't have a clear answer as to why it would show up like this. I'm thinking of doing a preliminary video of what I found without making any conclusions, because I actually don't have a conclusion for this information. So yeah, you have a great day, everyone.